What's up, you guys? Jedi Master Josh here, and today we're going to be opening the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection, which you guys probably saw from the thumbnail. But before we get into opening the Ultra Premium Collection, I have something important. We have a new addition to the background here. This was a gift that was given to me by a friend of mine named Starks. We'll just call him Starks. So everybody say thanks, Starks, in the comments down below. But this will be perfect for the background of the videos. We have our PokeTuber Funko Pop stand over here in the corner, and we're just gonna pop the Gator box topper from Expedition up here right behind them. We got to move these guys just a little bit, but let's get this set up. All right, we got to just take care of the important stuff first. Gengar, you can chill. Eevee, we can move you around a little bit. That's fine. All right, that works. All right, important stuff out of the way. Now we can get into the Charizard EX Ultra Premium Collection. This thing is so big, it almost doesn't really even want to fit on the screen here. So we'll kind of get a little bit better of an image here. The box is very nice. I do like these boxes when these Ultra Premium collections come out. I already peeled the plastic off of this one because it was just so reflective. I couldn't get a photo of it. But all right, we're gonna open this thing up. This is the second time Charizard has received an Ultra Premium collection, so it just goes to show you how much Pokemon Company adores their fire lizard guy Charizard here. But let's go ahead and dig in and see what we got. I will say that the box on this one does not seem as nice as the one from the Sword and Shield era, but it is it's still pretty cool. All right, we'll pop this open. This thing is going to come with a bunch of cool stuff. We'll go through it as we get into it. So here we are. We have our first situation here, which is a live card here. So this is our code card. I'm going to hold on to that because I do play the game, so I do want to be able to have the promos. But we have our promos here. I think maybe, are they in the same package, or did we get scammed on a promo? It looks like they might both be in the same. Yeah, it looks like they're both in there. So we can't really, well, do we open it and just check? I don't know. Let's see. This one doesn't look very, yeah, it's not super centered or anything like that, so I'm not worried about opening. Let's go ahead and open it up and see if we've got both of our promos in here, which, oh man, wow. Gosh, I hate these packages. All right, here we go. We got, it should be Charizard and Oricorio. Now, in Japanese, the Oricorio was an SAR. In English, it looks like it's just going to be a promo. So we've got the Mega Charizard X EX promo special illustration rare. The one in the set's a bit different than this, but then there we go. Yeah, so we do have, they're both in the same little sealed packet. So when you guys pick these up, it's going to be all together in the same packet. But these are pretty awesome promos to get when you're just with the box. It's like, okay, here you go. These are just on top of everything else you get, you know. So yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take these. We'll go ahead and get these sleeved up right away, and we'll put them up into the pull pool, and they'll be the first set of pulls for the video, sure. But we've got tons of other cool things that come in this box. If you guys haven't been able to get one of these boxes, the thing I want to talk about the most in this video is just being patient, because these boxes, first of all, it's already been confirmed that these boxes were printed like 6 million plus or something like that. So there's over 6 million copies of this box, 6 million units of this box that have been printed. It's kind of insane. That's a lot. And so, I mean, I wouldn't be going crazy and spending the market price on these. That's another thing to talk about, is the market price. We do get a playmat in here. Pretty awesome. We have Mega Charizard X EX on there. And it, you know, people were talking about it being just like a smaller kind of like 3/4 size playmat like the other Ultra Premium collection. But this actually feels like a full-size playmat. I'm pretty sure that's a full-size playmat. Yeah, it really does feel like it. I'm just setting this stuff off to the side for now, but we're digging in. But yeah, I mean, the Charizard V-Star, and V-Max Ultra Premium collection that came out in the Sword and Shield era, that was only like a 3/4 size playmat. But we're digging into this, and yeah, so the market price on this has already dropped significantly, and it's only the day after the release of the box. Let's just get that plastic out of here. Okay, and then we've got some sleeves to match the playmat and the upcoming deck box we're going to look at. The cool thing about the update to this Ultra Premium collection over the past few Ultra Premium collections is the inclusion of the deck box, which is pretty nice. I was hoping this would be a little bit more substantial of a deck box. Let's get this box out of the way for just another second here while we look at this deck box. All right, but yeah, it's actually, I mean, it's a pretty cool deck box. I just wish it was a little bit, I almost wish it was like one of the cloth ones, but this is still pretty nice. I mean, I don't know if I want to open this, or I kind of want to open it so we can look at it, but I don't know how to open it. I guess we'll just wait on this. But pretty sweet deck box. It looks like it's just Velcro to seal it on the front, and it feels like, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It feels like there's probably dividers in there as well. We've got all of our buddies are just falling all over the place today. Would you guys chill? Just relax. We're having fun. We're just opening a Charizard box. I know, it's so exciting. But okay, we're still digging in. We're getting more pieces out of this thing still. We get a coin, which is a metal coin. It does feel, yeah, feels metal. All right, cool. Metal coin. It's kind of got like a heat treated rainbowy effect on it. Let's see if we can try not to get my reflection in that. All right, and there we go. We've got Charizard metal coin, the big fire lizard that everyone is in love with nowadays. We've got ourselves some damage counters as well, which is pretty cool. I noticed that they don't put them to 60 in these ones. They put them up to 50 and then they just go straight to 100. So we've got, yeah, 10 to 50 and then 100. Pretty interesting. But okay, that's cool. I mean, you don't really need it to be 60. I mean, when you have the 100, that's pretty good. But let's go ahead and see what kind of packs we get in this thing. So they're all going to come with the same packs. It's 4 Mega Evolution, 4 Journey Together. There should be 2 Surging Sparks. And let's just get the rest of these out of here. Get this box out of the way and start seeing what we can pull now. There's Phantasmal Flames packs in here, which is cool. We get a chance at more Charizard goodness. I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, we've got sorry, okay, we've got yeah, so 2 Surging Sparks, pretty good. We've got 4 Mega Evolution, 4 Journey Together, 4 Destined Rivals, which is actually pretty awesome. A lot of people going crazy for Destined Rivals right now. And then last but not least, we've got our 4 Phantasmal Flames. We get 1 of each pack art for the Phantasmal Flames. That's pretty good. Did we get 1 of each pack art for the Destined Rivals? We sure did. Did we get 1 of each pack art for... No, we did not. We doubled up. All right, that was, I mean, it was going good for a second there. What about Journey Together? Last check. All right, we did get 1 of each pack art for Journey Together. But all right, let's do this in release order. I'm gonna go with the like this. All right, we want Mega Evolution before Phantasmal Flames, all right, and Journey Together before Destined Rivals, and Surging Sparks first. So we're going to start with Surging Sparks, but you guys let me know in the comments what you think about these boxes now. The boxes themselves, when it was in the like pre-release pre-order state, there were people that were charging and even paying for these boxes for as much as like $300 or something like that, 300 plus. Then there was a lot of sales going on for a while during the pre-order period that were in like the 250 260 range, and then just as the release was coming to the box, for the box, excuse me, we got it down to about 240. Well, in the last 24 hours of release of the box, I have seen outlets that are selling the box for as low as $189. Now, if you've been around in the hobby for long enough, and you guys were around to see the Charizard Ultra Premium collection that came out during the Sword and Shield era, which I have openings of on the channel here. So if you guys just click the channel button thing right there, and you can look at all the videos that I have on the channel. Tons of videos from all the way back to the beginning of Sword and Shield is about when I started doing videos here on the channel, right around the beginning era, Vivid Voltage, Shining Fates, Rebel Clash era, that somewhere right around there. And yeah, and it's a lot like that. So leading up to the release, we didn't get anything from Surging Sparks. Okay, that's not a surprise. But leading up to the release of the Ultra Premium collection for Charizard in the Sword and Shield era, which included the Charizard V, V-Star, and V-Max, that box was pre-order sale for $249, $269, and then the day before the actual release, there were game stores all across the country that were refunding people portions of their pre-order price, because the price of the box just dropped so much, and they wanted so badly to not have people just cancel those orders that they wanted to say, hey, well, what if we drop, $40 off it or $50 off it. I know that when I pre-ordered my box, we get a Lily's Clefairy EX full art, not too bad there. Throw that up in the pool with our Charizards. It's a pretty nice little pull from Journey together there. It's been not a bad one at all. Everyone likes Lily, and Clefairy's not too bad itself. I think Clefairy's cool. All right, but yeah, so the box, I pre-ordered one at $189, which I thought was still like crazy at the time, because the MSRP for the box was $119.99. So to think that I was paying that much extra, it was still one of the cheaper prices I could find at the time. And it was for the LGS that I frequent, so I felt good about supporting them at least. And before the box actually released, they sent out messages to everyone that ordered them and said, hey, listen, we're refunding part of your payment and giving money back because the price of the box just dropped so much, And it was a lot closer to MSRP after the refund, but essentially, the box went from being this $200+ box to being $100 over the course of a couple of weeks. There were just so dang many of them. You could walk into Walmart, Toys R Us, Best Buy, many different places, GameStop even, and you could just walk in and see those boxes sitting on the shelf, and people didn't want them. They were on sale for a while. I bought a few of those boxes. I still have some sealed that I bought for $79. $79. Think about that. How much is a Charizard UPC with the V-Star, and VMAX in it right now? I don't know. I don't keep any track of that, because I buy the stuff and I keep it for my own personal collections. If in 10 years from now I want to open some Sword and Shield or some Sun and Moon, I can reach into portions of my collection and just pull stuff out and open it. That's the idea. I'm not really like an investor or anything like that, but it's just one of those things where when we've seen this before. So you guys don't go crazy. Don't go out there buying every, one of these boxes at this crazy price right now. Don't go buying any of them. And I wouldn't even buy one right now. In fact, I bought this one. I paid $200 for this one, which was overpriced for sure. I mean, in the current market right now, it's about what market price is. Market price went from $260 to $220 before last night was over, and as of today it's under $200, I'm pretty sure. If you're watching this on the day it was released, this video was released this Saturday the 15th, the day after the release of the box. By Sunday it might even be lower, but yeah, there were 6 million confirmed units printed for this box, and who knows, there could even be more than that. It's 6 million plus, so it's a lot of boxes. I just don't see people paying that much money for them over time, because the only real appeal besides the packs is the promos. And if there's that many of the promos out there, they're not going to maintain a huge value. They're gonna come down in value, and that's going to in turn reflect on the value of the box as a whole. Because at this point, if the promos are everywhere and they're easy to obtain, these two promos here, which have found their way out of this shot, but yeah, those two promos, if they're everywhere and they lose value, then the only thing you're really paying for is a bunch of packs and a playmat and a deck box and some sleeves. But the playmat, deck box, and sleeves isn't really helpful to scalpers or resellers. It's only helpful to players. So that's kind of the idea of these boxes, is they're meant to go to players. And maybe we'll see here very soon. Ooh, Shaman, very useful. Ethan's Adventure, very good. I've been playing Ethan's Typhlosion. Ooh, we get a Cynthia's Garchomp Gold, not too bad. Destined Rivals coming in hot for us, not too bad at all. All right, we'll throw that up into the pool, and then Arvin's Greeting. But yeah, I've been playing Ethan's Typhlosion lately. It's actually a very fun deck, and it's really good. It matches really well into like almost everything. It's kind of crazy. The only real difficult matchup I think for it is Dragapult still, but Dragapult is difficult for everyone except for Gardevoir sometimes, depending on if Gardevoir can set up. And so we toss the code card off over there. We've got Applin to start off. But let me know what you guys think about these boxes. Like I said, I wouldn't go getting crazy trying to purchase one right now. If you wait a week or two, you'll probably be able to get it at a better price, and I would just recommend doing that for the sake of, making the best decisions with your money. As for right now, if you just absolutely have to have the box, or you don't mind spending the extra money to get the box right now, understand that I think a fair market price for the box, if you're going to go buy it yourself and you can find a store or something like that wants to sell it for $180, it's not a horrible price to pay, though I really do 100% believe that price will come down still quite a lot. We're in a portion of the hobby that's kind of weird because, there's a lot of stuff coming out all at once. We've got a lot of people that are burning out. A lot of really cool stuff. Arboliva EX, not too bad. I'll throw that up in the pool. But the one thing that, we do have happening is all the scalping stuff, right? And so that's kind of driving a lot of people away. And it seems like the market might just all of a sudden die down, bubble will just crash and stuff like that, and it really should at some point. But the issue that we have right now is that we're reaching a point where we're moving into the 30th anniversary, and the 30th anniversary has a lot of really cool stuff surrounding it right now. So I imagine there's going to be another kind of a little bit of an explosion in things pretty quick. But one thing to note, Phantasmal Flames is a very small set. It's going to be easy to complete. I imagine all of the singles from the set will come down in price. The gold Charizard simply cannot maintain that kind of value. We get Mega Lucario, pretty awesome, very cool card. If I pulled the SIR Mega Lucario, but it wasn't here on the channel, unfortunately. I went to my league night to play some games with my friends and hang out and do my normal league stuff, and I just bought a 3-pack blister and with the Psyduck promo, and there was a Mega Lucario EX SIR in there. So if I pull a second one, I've already made it a silent agreement with myself that I'm going to give it to the organizer and a very good friend of mine, a fellow professor, whose one of his favorite Pokemon is Lucario. So if we do wind up pulling the SIR in this video, just know that it's going to you, David, if you're watching. It's going to you. But yeah, so if we do, that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, so Phantasmal Flames, small set, gonna be easy to complete. Mega Evolution is not a huge set, but it's not a small set, so it's gonna be a little bit different. The Mega Hyper Rares, the thing about the Mega Hyper Rares is nobody cared about golds before. So whatever it is about them now that makes them so expensive, I don't really understand. But people are going absolutely insane for them, and there's absolutely no reason for it. But even so, still, just think about that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff, if you just look at how things have happened over time in the past with different bubbles and different bursts and things like that, you'll be able to see that these are trends. They're kind of like patterns. Things happen like this. It's crazy too, because they had Paldean Fates and Surging Sparks that kind of did their same kind of weird thing, and in Sword and Shield we had Shining Fates and Vivid Voltage, which, I mean, if we look at the track record of those two, it's it's kind of funny. But even so, there's a lot of stuff to collect in this hobby. You don't need to be chasing the brand new thing. Everything kind of cools off as it gets a little older, and then it spikes back up again. It's a weird roller coaster ride. It's why, it's a volatile market. It's a volatile thing. It's not really meant for investing in and investments and so on and so forth. It's more of a collectible thing. Ooh, Fighting Gong Full Art. That's really good. That's very playable right now, especially with the Lunatone and Solrock draw engine that's been in almost every deck in the format lately. But yeah, if you guys are watching the Las Vegas Regionals this weekend, let me know what you think, what deck you are hoping to see win, so on and so forth, and or maybe what was your favorite stream match or anything like that. I don't know. Let me know anything Pokemon related down in the comments, and if you guys check the description on this video and any of my videos for the past year or so, there's a Rattle Discord, the Rattle Pokemon Discord. There's free restock notifications in the Discord. You don't have to pay anything. You just join the Discord. You can hang out on Saturdays in the happy hour voice and video chat, and yeah, free restock notifications. Get stuff at MSRP or close to it. It's a pretty awesome thing, and it's just a giant server full of like-minded people who love Pokemon and collecting and stuff like that. Obviously, there's going to be some, probably some scalpers and some resellers in there that are flying under the radar, but we can't really do too much about that, But definitely jump in there. There's hundreds of people every day that are getting, restocked product at close to MSRP or at MSRP. Just depends on which, seller you're going through. If you go through Amazon, they are absolutely ripping people off right now on Amazon. It's pretty crazy. And we get ourselves a Toxtricity there, which is actually, I think this will be a very playable card. Probably played in Marnie's Grimmsnarl, might be played in the Mega Absol EX, might have its own like deck that is separate from Mega Kangaskhan, which would be interesting. The Mega Kangaskhan doesn't seem like it's really in there for anything besides the draw, so I don't know. But we might see Mega Absol run with Toxtricity, and if you pair the Toxtricity with a Monkey Dory, it's pretty nasty. But you guys let me know what you think. Even so, join the Rattle Discord, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're down to the final 2 packs that we have from this box. You get 18 packs. There's a lot of packs, but still, the price of this box is going to come down, you guys. So don't worry too much about that. Let me know if you guys opened any and if you got any good pulls, anything like that. I want to know all your stories, all your pulls, all your favorite Pokemon, all that stuff down in the comments. But let's see if we can get lucky on these last 2 packs. Wish us some last pack magic. We get some Moltres Reverse. We get an Alcremie Reverse. And we get a Mega Sharpedo EX. Not too bad. All right. It's not horrible, but we're still looking for something just a little bit more. We need just a little bit more than that from this Charizard UPC. Let's see if we can get lucky in our final pack of Phantasmal Flames. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you don't want to leave a like or subscribe, that's perfectly fine. If you hung out and you watched, that's cool. If you had a good time, that's all that matters. Just want to say, hope you're having a good day. All right, let's go ahead and hand that code card off to you guys. Let me know what you're getting from the code cards. You thought you'd get away from me, didn't you? You thought you'd have one video where I didn't say that. No, absolutely not. I'm always going to say it. Come on. Wish us some luck. We got a Dugong, very cute. We've got a Buniri. We've got Darumaka. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got Eternatus, Jumbo Ice Cream, Ludicolo, the first reverse is going to be a Carvana. Can we at least see an illustration rare or a special illustration rare? I mean, either one would be fine. No. Okay, we get Ambipom, and we're finishing on a Reshiram. The Reshiram has a Phantasmal Flame stamp promo you could have gotten from Best Buy or GameStop or EB Games or something like that. If you got one, let me know. But even so, these are our pulls. We didn't get nothing too crazy. We did get our 2 promos though, which are pretty cool. I'm really happy with the promos. I do like the playmat. I like the deck box and the sleeves. So, I went into this knowing that I wasn't going to pull crazy stuff, and that's what you guys should go into these boxes knowing as well, is that when you have an assortment of different sets, you're not pulling from a large sample, so you don't have as great of a chance to pull good stuff. You're limiting your possibilities. So just think about that moving forward. Even so, I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah. I'll see you guys in the next video.